And now, marine weather around Alaska.
Starting off marine section with today's sea ice analysis. Not a lot of change here. This area in the southern Chukchi Sea still mostly sea ice free and slowly expanding northward, and still a heavier zone of ice here between the sea ice free area and the mostly ice free area here to the northeast there along the western Arctic coast. Most from about Wainwright here out. And otherwise, not much change going on up there. So moving on to coastal water forecasts. For the outer coastline, variable winds at 5 knots, light variable winds for the coast there, and south winds at 10 knots for the inside waters. And then the outlook for Wednesday. For the north coast here, east to south winds 10 to 15 knots. South coast, southwest winds at 10 knots. And for the inside waters, southeast winds at 10 knots with 2-foot seas. North Gulf Coast, Prince William Sound for Tuesday, light variable winds at 10 knots. Cook Inlet, same forecast, light variable winds at 10 knots. And for Kamishak Bay and the Barren Islands, east-southeasterlies of 15 to 20. Then for Wednesday, small craft advisories now for the Barren Islands, east winds up to 25 knots, northeast at 20 for Kamishak Bay. East 15, southern Cook Inlet, north of the Forelands here, southwest at 15. And for Prince William Sound, east winds 15 knots, southeast 15 for the eastern North Gulf Coast, and east at 20 there for the western coast. Kodiak Island, variable to east winds 10 to 15 knots. For Tuesday, Alaska Peninsula, south to southeast 15 knots, and Bristol Bay, southeasterlies at 20 knots. Then for the day on Wednesday, small craft advisories for Bristol Bay, east at 25 knots, and for the Alaska Peninsula, variable to southeast winds 10 to 15, and east winds 20 to 25 knots there for the Kodiak Island area. Central Eastern Aleutians tomorrow, southwest winds 20 to 25 knots, and small craft advisories for the Western Aleutians for southwest winds at 25 knots with seas around 10 feet. And then for the day on Wednesday, Western Aleutians, actually from Shimia all the way over toward Atka and Adak, west or west-southwest winds 20 to 25 knots. For the Eastern Aleutians, west-southwest winds at 20 knots. And for the southwest coast here for Tuesday, southeast winds 10 to 20 knots. Southeast at 20 for the Pribilof Islands. East at 25, so small craft advisories for the St. Matthew Island marine zone there. Otherwise, light variable winds for Norton Sound and St. Lawrence Island. And for Wednesday, Norton Sound, north at 10, northeast at 5 to 10 for the Yukon Delta coast, St. Lawrence Island. Small craft advisories here, south of Nunivak Island, east winds 25 knots, variable at 10 for the Pribilofs, and northeast at 20 for St. Matthew Island. And for the eastern and Beaufort Sea coast tomorrow, east winds 25 knots. That's strong enough for a brisk wind advisory with the sea ice covered areas there. East at 20 for the central coast, northeast 20 for the western coast and the Chukchi Sea. West winds at 10 to 15. And for the Chukchi Sea on Wednesday, anywhere from west to north winds at 10 to 15 knots. Western Arctic coast, westerlies at 10 knots. Light east wind for the central coast. And winds now down to 15 knots, but still from the east for the Beaufort Sea.